A lot of people out doing some shopping over the weekend, getting everything crossed off their list. If you're still looking for things or you want that understanding of a charitable giving and understanding some of the organizations here in the city, then the gift of water might be something you want to look into. From WaterCan, the WaterCan Communications Manager, Andrea Helfer, great to have you here, as well as Karen Meades, who's one of the board members. Great to have you guys here. So, if you can, for people who aren't familiar with WaterCan and what the organization does, give us a quick rundown.
Of course. So WaterCan is an Ottawa-based registered charity. We've been working for the past 25 years to bring clean water and basic sanitation facilities to communities that need it most, primarily in sub-Saharan Africa in 4 countries, Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. And the Gifts of Water campaign is really our green and penny-wise solution to the traditional charity gift catalog, which always arrives in the mail. And so this Christmas, we're inviting everyone to give the gift of water in the name of family and friends.
What happens with this gift then? If they're making a monetary donation, where is it going to be going, and how does it kind of go through the system?
Absolutely. So the beauty of the Gifts of Water campaign is that every single dollar is restricted to a very specific project. So this year we're looking to raise $60,000 to help the Kasanje and Nadije health centers in Uganda gain access to clean water. We can't imagine what it's like, you know, to bring your child to a health center that doesn't have clean water. It's so fundamental to our health, right? So that the benefits of this program are going to really expand beyond the walls of the clinic and into the community as well.
This is something that you actually experienced firsthand. It's been not yet a year that you have been back, and yet it still is something that triggers. What was your experience like being there and understanding what is going on?
It's a trigger that remains with you forever. It's something that will forever change the way I think and use water. I managed to see a number of communities. It was a study tour. So we saw every facet of what WaterCan does in Uganda was the country that I visited. So you see some communities that don't have access to clean water, and you see them, you may see a young girl of 11 or 12 years old walking 2, 3, 4 hours a day to bring back a bucket of water to her household. And then we saw other communities that were in a partial stage of receiving a well or a latrine, and you see that engagement with the community, because WaterCan is responsible in instituting these programs. They know the community needs to continue to maintain and use, and they know that these facilities need to stay in good working order.
You could see the difference between those that had access to it and those that were in the midst of getting it and those that were still waiting. Very different.
Absolutely. You even see better school marks at school when children can be focused on learning as opposed to focused on walking for water for their daily needs. And then, of course, we saw well-established communities, and that's where we saw the children really being participatory in school programs and really learning.
Which is wonderful as a board member to actually see that there is a point A and a point B, and it's wonderful that the transition actually happens, but it needs the funding. And so we're looking for people to do the gift of giving right now.
That's right. And so it's as simple as going online to giftsofwater.ca. We have 11 different gift items that you can choose from, starting at just $20. So soap for good hygiene, for example. And on the other end of the spectrum, if you have very deep pockets and are in a very giving mood today, $1,100 for a hand pump to help get that clean water out of the ground and to the people who need it most. So a huge spectrum, and I'm sure that you'll find something for everyone on your giving list.
I think that it works, right, when you've got different increments that you can work in with. Giftsofwater.ca is the website, giftsofwater.ca, and congratulations, 25 years for WaterCan here in the city. So wonderful established charity.